call is now being recorded. Good evening, friends. Welcome to my session on logistics management. Today, in this particular session, I am going to show you some pictures, images of material handling equipment, different transportation modes like railways, airways, ports, waterways, and other aspects. Hope this will be a fruitful session, and let's discuss about this. So, first picture, the first diagram, the first slide shows the various material handling equipments. So this is a barrel. This barrel is lifted by appropriate material handling equipment. This is a drum, which is again, this is the material handling equipment. This is again a barrel. We use different types of material handling equipment. Now you can look this particular one. The barrel is placed on the material handling equipment and it is dragged. So different types of material handling equipment you can view in this particular slide, which are used to comfortably move the barrels or drag the barrels. This is the way the material handling equipments help in convenient movement of heavy loaded barrels of huge weights. Okay, so these are used in uh, manufacturing industrial manufacturing. So you can remember this particular uh, material handling equipment. Now this I will skip because this I don't think this is this particular slide is visible to you. It's not clear. Now this is about the railway wagon. I will tell you the importance of railway wagons. So railway wagons, they are carrying petroleum, diesel, gas. This is petroleum, diesel, kerosene, and all that stuff. So there are these are called as wagons. This particular one, two, three, four. These are called as wagons. These are called as wagons, and in the whole train which is carrying the goods is called as a rake, rake, rake. And and in a rake there are 52 to 57 wagons or 58 wagons. And the manufacturer who wants to transport from the place of manufacturing to the place of market has to order for a rake order for a rake and that rake has to be ordered with the railways. So railways, there are again different compartments as far as railways are concerned. Divisions are concerned: central railways, southwestern railways, southeast railways, northwest railways. Actually, I'm talking about in Indian context. Okay, so if somebody wants to transport, for example, HPCL or BPCL or IOC or Reliance Industries, which are into the manufacturing of petrol and diesel, apart from many other manufacturers, if they want to transport, then they have to transport it by wagon, by the famous mode of transportation, which is uh, railways. So they have to book railways and they have to pay appropriate freight charges for the same. So this is one more picture. Now you look at this one. This is very important. This is the third slide I'm showing. And one more thing, as far as this slide is concerned, okay, we will talk about this is about liquid item which has been transported. And when time comes, when an appropriate image comes as far as solid material being transported, at that time I will give you some more information. So, okay, this one is a port. That is a port from where This is the material handling equipment, and this is handling equipment, and this is the container. This is the container. Container is the one which is having some goods, and these are used to lift this particular material handling equipment is used to lift the container containing goods. So this is a port. Port is an important part of our logistics management. Material handling equipment is there in port, and the container which is having goods is been lifted with this particular material handling equipment. Maybe it is called as, to my knowledge, caterpillar. Okay. Next one. This is a warehouse. This is a warehouse. So how a warehouse appears, you can see there are proper roads where these roads are used by the trucks to move the goods in and out, and this is the place where the goods are stored or warehoused. And you cannot imagine, you have to imagine a warehouse not from a small place. It's almost like it runs into some hundreds of acres. And we are going to talk about today not only about material handling equipment, warehouses, container freight system, ports, railways, vessels, and all that stuff. Now this is the warehouse where goods are stored. This is the warehouse where goods are stored. Goods are stored. And look at the way they have been systematically arranged. These goods have been systematically arranged. If you look here, this is a passage. Now you can ask me, sir, why this passage is required? Why this passage is required? Because the material handling equipment will pass in this line and help in settling down for the material is concerned, whether to carry the material to or from here back. So this is the space required for material handling equipment movement. There are so many material handling equipment in this particular PPT. I will show you. So you can imagine such a big warehouse having storing humongous amount of different goods. So this is again a warehouse where this is the entrance, this is the goods carrier, and this is the material handling equipment. If you are able to see, and the material handling equipment is taken to the gate and to the entry point. At the entry point, it is unloaded, and again it is loaded in this one. This is the loaded and unloaded process. So this is another structure of warehouse, such a humongous, humongous warehouse. So you can imagine the amount of investment which has to be done by third-party third party logistics provider, logistic provider, and they have to invest huge amount. Okay, technically they have to invest infrastructure, manpower, and other aspects. They have huge amount of fixed cost, also fixed cost. For example, rent they have to pay. They have to pay salaries to people who are taking care of this warehouse, electricity bill, and other aspects. And even technically, for example, if any goods which are agriculture in nature, agriculture products are stored, then it should be having adequate amount of temperature to accommodate these agriculture products, which can sustain for good amount of time. So this is another warehouse. Now this is a big warehouse. If you look here, the goods are stored in shelves. So this is the material handling equipment which helps in carrying out the goods. These are the goods which are, with the help of this machine, it is moved forward and it will be taken here and placed in the shelves. So this is another warehouse where the goods are the goods which are meant to be transported to the end customer are being stored. Again, this is a warehouse, very big warehouse. So this is the way the warehouse are constructed, and you can see on the outskirts of a city, outskirts of a city like Pune. If you go on Wagholi Road, you will come across so many warehouses where goods are in this goods are warehoused. So this can be of the this particular warehouse can be of the manufacturer, that is the owner can be the manufacturer, or he can utilize the services of a third party logistics provider. Third party logistics provider can help in warehousing the goods, for which he will charge as per the terms and conditions. So this is a very big business, I will call it. So this is the agriculture products, and agriculture products are stored in a warehouse. You can imagine how these have been stored to such a height by using material handling equipment. Material handling equipment. Again, we have to invest a lot of money in material handling equipment, because material handling equipment will help to load and unload and store the goods properly, and the available area can be fully utilized. So this is another image of a warehouse where you can look how humongous this the lighting, the fans, the element of technology used, the people working, they are storing the goods properly in a systematic way so that they can be removed easily. And this is the material handling equipment operated by the manpower here. So such a humongous warehouse where the goods have been stored. So you can imagine the amount of investment which has gone into into the setting of such a beautiful, humongous, big infrastructure facility in the form of warehouse. So this is another image of warehouse where the goods are stored, and this is the movement. You can see even the height of the warehouse. This is not like our ordinary houses whose height is like 10 feet or 11 feet. The height may be around 20 feet. It can be of 20 feet, where up to 20 feet they can store the goods by using caterpillars and excavators and other material handling equipment. So this is another warehouse image. So these are the vehicles which are used to see that the movement of goods to into the warehouse and from the warehouse is taking place, and they have adequate amount of passage area also in and around the warehouse. So this is another picture of a warehouse where the goods, you can see that how they have been properly stored to such a great height, and this is the material handling equipment. I will show you some material handling equipments in the subsequent slides. So this is another picture of a warehouse where the goods are properly stored. You can see, and see, they have to be stored in such a way that there is a proper movement from and within, and at the time when they want to remove, they can remove it without any obstacles, as these are properly stored in a systematic and clear way. So it's a very spacious, commodious kind of a warehouse. So this is the material handling equipment. This is the way the goods are stored in the shelves, and on the floor also they are being stored. So another, see, you can see, just see this particular picture, how the goods have been stored at such a height. Here they have stored it. So this is only possible by material handling equipment, and the material handling equipment can move from here to here, from here to here, and there is a proper passage in between the two shelves, one and two. So this is you have to properly plan for a in case of a warehouse, you have to properly plan how the material handling equipment will be moving, where the racks will be, and all that stuff. Even the light here, if you look, it is available at such a tall at height. It is made available. So this is another material warehousing facility. So this is the material handling equipment. This is the material handling equipment. So this is the material handling equipment. This is the goods. This is the platform on which the goods are placed, and it will, this particular material handling equipment will move the goods to the destination where it wants to store, and it will store automatically. So this is the warehouse. This is the rack. These are the shelves where the goods are stored. This is the goods on which the platform of the material handling equipment is placed, and this is the material handling equipment. So another material handling equipment, shelves and all that stuff. Now this is very important. Okay, if you look here, this is the rails. Okay, these are the rail lines. These are called as containers. These are called as containers. These all one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. All these are containers, and these are the vehicles which helps which on which these containers are loaded, and they are brought to the nearest railway station, and the rail will come, and all these containers will be placed on the wagons. Okay, so I will give, okay, at appropriate time I will give you some more information. Now this is very important. This is a ship, and imagine, you can't imagine that the weight of this weight of this particular loaded ship or vessel, we will call it. Okay, we call it as a vessel, is of 14400 tons material material. Okay, I'm not telling I'm not talking about the weight of the ship. I'm excluding the weight of the ship, but I'm only taking into account the goods which are loaded on the ship. It is 144,000 tons. It can be an average, I will tell you. This is the average. The minimum can be around 72,000 tons. The maximum can be of 1,80,000 tons. So average will be around 1,44,000 of tons of goods which can be loaded on this ship. Okay, now you can imagine how technically this particular ship is built, which can accommodate, and on average 1,44,000 tons of material. Now 1,44,000 tons is nothing but 1,44,000 into 1,000. That is 1 ton is equal to 1,000 kilos. So it is 1,44,000 followed by three zeros. So it is 14. I will call it as I don't know. I don't know how what to calculate. This much of weight is placed on this particular vessel, and this vessel can easily move the goods from the point of loading to the point where it want, that is the destination. It can move to destination. As I told you in the previous slide, I will go. So in the previous slide, I told you this is the rail line. So this rail rake will come. This rake consisting of 52 wagons or 55 wagons will come, and all these containers will be placed on the wagons, and the movement of journey will take place. So this is one more warehouse where the goods are properly stored, and there are different products. Okay, there are different products which are stored, not a item which is only not a particular item which is stored. There are different what do you call goods which are stored. This is one more ship carrying lakhs of tons of goods. So I will give you some more information. Okay, I told you rake. One rake is equal to 52 tons. Sorry, 52 wagons, railway wagons. जैसा कंपार्टमेंट रहता है ना रेलवे में पैसेंजर के लिए कंपार्टमेंट रहता है ना 52 कंपार्टमेंट्स इन द सेम वे when I'm talking about goods rail, it will be having 52 wagons. On these 52 wagons, you can accommodate into 52 tons. One wagon of one wagon, two wagons, like this. These are the rails. Okay, this is the railway, and this on rail there is a rail which is carrying wagons. One wagon, two wagon, three, four, like this. 52 wagons can be accommodated in one passenger one goods rail. On this one wagon, you can carry. This wagon can accommodate 50 kilos, 50 tons. Sorry, 50 tons to 60 tons. So how many wagons are there? There are near about 55 wagons. 55 wagons into 60 tons is equal to 3,300 tons can be carried by one rake. That is one passenger, one goods bogie, or one rail, goods rail. Now, so that is the one particular rail can carry 3,300 tons of goods, 3,300 tons of material. Now look at the ship. How much I told you? It can carry up to 1,60,000 tons on an average. So how many railways it can accommodate? So 1,60,000 tons divided by 3,300 tons. You can imagine now it's almost 50, 50 near about 50 rakes can be accommodated on this ship. So this is a very, very informative piece of data which you have to keep in mind, that this particular ship can carry 1,66,000 tons or 50 what you call rakes, and one rake has got 55 wagons, so it can carry 2,750 wagons. 2,750 wagons. You look here, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So wagons are there. That it can accommodate 2,750 wagons. So look at this. So these are all wagons. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So you can see one, two, three, like this. So how many wagons it can accommodate? Near about 3,000 big containers. It can accommodate. So you might be having a doubt. These are called as these are the containers. How many containers can be placed on this ship? I told you just now, 2,750 50 containers of this kind can be placed on that vessel. On this vessel, 2,750 containers can be placed. Hope you have understood it. So these are all ships. Now this is very important. Now what is this and what is this? This is called as a vessel, where it can accommodate 1,50,000 or 1,60,000 tons of material, or near about 2,800 what you call containers. But what is this? What is this? This is called as a small ship. Now, why this ship is required? Because if this particular vessel will not come to the shore, because it's such a humongous structure, that if it comes, it will not go back to. We can't just drag it. So it will be far away from the port. Port idhar rahega. So this vessel will be for some 2 or 3 or 5 kilometers away from the shore. So the small ships will carry this one piece, and they will load in this. And this process is called as ferrying. This process is called as ferrying. Ferrying means small one container will be carried with the by the help of a small ship to the vessel, and it will be placed by using this particular structure or material handling equipment. So this will not come to the shore because it's a humongous structure. If it comes, then it will not go back. It will remain almost 10 kilometers or 15 kilometers away from the shore. Now look, these are called as wagons. This is the one I was talking about. This is wagon one. This is called as, just a moment. This is called as, this one is called as a rake, or this is called as a rake. And from here to here, it is called as a goods vehicle, rail goods, and this is what a rake. These are all called as a rake. One rake got 50 to 55 wagons. We call it for a passenger vehicle compartment or a berth, but we can't use the word berth for a goods vehicle. So we have to use the word rakes. And how many? One rake. This is called as one rake, and one rake has got 52 wagons, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth. It has got 50 wagons, and in one wagon you can accommodate near about 60 tons. And I told you these are how many wagons can be placed on a ship. 2,800 wagons can be placed on a ship. So like this, I can place on the on a rake, one rake. One rake is having 50 wagons. So I can place on the ship 2,750 wagons, which is equivalent to almost. I told you some. I don't remember now. So this like this, I can place on the ship near about. I told you in the previous this one. 50 rakes I can place on this particular ship. So this is a rake like this. I can place on the ship of 1,44,000 tons, 50 rakes. This, hope you have understood it. Now this is a material handling equipment. This is the material handling equipment, and this is the container. Already I showed this one. Now this is the port. Okay, this is the port. Port is nothing but water. This is waterway of transportation. Waterway of transportation. So it is near the shore. So goods will come through containers which are carried on the trucks, and they are connected to CFS, which is called as container freight storage system. And from there, it will go into the small ships, and the small ships will be used as into the big ships. This is called as vessel. So this is called as wagon. This is called as wagon. So how many wagons will be there on a rake? 55. 55 wagons on a rake. And you can see the material. This will accommodate 55 tons to 60 tons, or sometimes even 65 tons of material. And on a ship, I can place 2,750 wagons. And into 60, it will be around 1,50,000 tons can be placed on a vessel. So look at the wagons. Now this is the containers which are unloaded from and it is okay. Hope you understand. This is the handling equipment, and you can see the space which is occupied by the material handling equipment, the height to which can go and load and unload the material in the container. That is a container. So these are the containers on railways. So this is the railway rake, and these are the wagons. How many wagons are placed? You can use sophisticated technology on one wagon. You can another wagon. So maybe the number of wagons you can place on a rake will slightly increase, but the cost also will increase because there is a lot of load on the engine, and the cost may increase as far as transportation is concerned. So this is the way the wagon appears, and the material is loaded here in this one, and for this we use material handling equipment. So this is another. This is the port. This is the port here, and this is the water, and this is the small ship which ferries into the goods in the big vessel, and this is the material handling equipment. These are all material handling equipments, where this is the material which will be used in loading into this one. So look at the way. This is the material handling equipment. This is the material handling equipment. Just a moment. This is the material handling equipment, and it is picking up the containers and placing it properly on this. And these are the conveyor belts, and all that stuff. Technical words, okay? These are all technical. So look at the structure of the port. This is the road on which the goods, the truck will come and place the truck will come and load it here. Load it 1, 2, 3 like this, and whenever required, they will show, it will be transported here, placed here, and it will from here it will be transported or ferried to the vessel. So this is a big port, I will call it. It's a big port, and it's not a small piece of land. It runs into thousands of acres, more than thousands of acres. So this is one more picture of okay, I will show. This one is the small ship. This is the material handling equipment. This is the truck. This is the container, and this is the road. Now look how the way the ship has come near to the shore, and all this are the material stored here uh, are been used are been loaded into this vessel by using this material handling equipments. It is used, it is dragging here and placing properly here. So this can accommodate 1,50,000 tons and more, and I can place containers like near about 3,000 tons. Okay, I'm not giving a accurate picture, I'm just giving a precise and approximate one. And look, they are being tied here by using anchors because there is an element of risk. So the way the port appears, and this is all something related to logistics. Okay, our subject is logistics, how waterways, railways, airways, road transportation are used in logistics. So this is the ship where you can see from the front how many wagons are stored or containers are stored. These are all containers. Hope you are able to see it. Such a beautiful. You should take your time out and visit a port, and you will get a huge amount of knowledge, and which will be a practical one, a pragmatic one. Look at the infrastructure. If you go to a airport also, you will find such a beautiful infrastructure. In a similar fashion, when you are going to a port, you will find water port. You will find a similar kind of infrastructure, and the infrastructure is built near to the water. This is the ship. This is the place where the goods are stored. This is the material handling equipment. This is the warehouse. Such a beautiful picture it is. So near the port, all the containers are being stored for subsequent movement or transportation to the inland or outland. So these are all about ports. Okay, so this is near to the port. How the containers are placed. So you look, imagine how many tons of goods are stored, how much of land is required, how much of money is required, how much of investment is required in this kind of infrastructure. And you can imagine the amount of goods which are transported by this particular port. And you can imagine how many people are going to work in this port, the amount of revenue which is generated for the government by this port, and the amount of employment which is generated, and how many companies are there, you can imagine, and who are the different stakeholders like transporters, warehouse people, ship, container or guys who are into the manufacturing of containers, trucks, so material handling equipment. So this is a very big concept in itself. So this is again the another view. So I try to get the pictures for you guys. So this is okay. These are all something related to the port. So this is now we are going slightly into a different topic, but related to logistics. This is called as uh, oil drilling. This is oil drilling, where oil is extracted from the ocean, and it is now transported from here, okay, through pipelines. Through pipelines. Okay, I will show you the pipelines because I told you in case of mode of transportation, use waterways, railways, airways, road, and I even told you about what do you call pipeline. Through pipelines and also goods are transported, and we are talking about liquid and gas. Okay, so these are the pipelines. Okay, there is the manufactured liquid or petrol or diesel liquid or LNG or CNG and LPG, and these are transported, especially crude oil. This is something related to crude oil. crude oil, petrol, diesel, and these are the pipelines which are helping to transport from this place to different parts. Okay, hope you understood. Now look at the pipelines. Like your water is being supplied by the municipality through pipelines. Here also the company, if it is manufacturing from crude oil, petrol or diesel, they have to be transported. They can be transported by roadways or railways or waterways, and even through pipelines, which are for which you have to invest a lot of money in this kind of development of a pipeline infrastructure. So look at this, the pipelines from where the gas, that is LPG, CNG, diesel, and petrol can be transported. So this is again the pipelines. Now this is the material handling equipment, because our topic is also there related to material handling equipment. So now the topic is revolving under around, sorry, different types of material handling equipment. So this is a caterpillar. So this is called as uh, I don't know what the exact word, and this can be okay, and this will be helping to drag this under to the nearest bottom, and if the goods are placed here, they can drag it, pull it, and then place it. Okay, so this is another material handling equipment which are used in construction or heavy machinery, lifting of heavy machinery, etc., etc. And you can see there are so many companies, big companies, which are manufacturing this material handling equipment. And the tires which are used also are different types of tires. The ordinary tires which are used in case of car or a jeep or a automobile are not used. Different types of tires which are used. Now this is another material equipment, which is helpful in lifting heavy weights. And this is a company from Shanghai which has manufactured it. And you can look at the tires also. This is not an ordinary tire. These are an extraordinary tire. So this is called as an original equipment manufacturer, OEMs we call it. So these are not meant. They have this company has to give a separate order to guys like MRF or Dunlop to manufacture tires of this kind. And look at the wheel also. The wheel also is something different and different in dimension. And look at the machinery. Okay, this is called as hydraulic something, we call it. I'm not a mechanical engineer, but I just wanted to show you the different aspects related to material handling equipment, warehousing, and other stuff. So you might have seen this kind of a material handling equipment with wheels. You can see them. This is the platform on which the goods are placed and it. So this is one more material handling equipment. So this is the warehouse. I told you the goods are placed, and among some land and all. Apart from not only storing the goods, you have to have a lot of what we call material equipment. So here you can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, near about 10 equipment can be there. And beyond we can see other material handling equipment. So this much is what material handling equipment. This is another material handling equipment which is used during the manufacturing itself. You can this is lifting materials, fork the and different is different passenger and the This is another the this will move forward like this, and the material is handled. So these are the different material handling equipments: one, two, three, four, five, and these are according to the needs of the customer or the manufacturer. So these are the different types of. This is a trolley where the goods are stored or placed, and the trolley is dragged. So already I showed you at the very beginning of the session this particular one material handling equipment which are used for dragging the or pulling or taking care of the movement of big barrels or barrels which are very bulky in nature. So these are material handling. These are again material handling equipment. Okay, you hope you are able to see this. Hope you are able to see this. Okay, so another one. Look at this. This is again a different type of material handling equipment where this I have seen when I was working in a mining company, and this is used in case of a construction company. So construction company, when you are placing the slabs, okay, these are all cement material manufactured in advance, and they are stored. This is the bridge they are trying to construct, and they want to lift the bulky weighted ones. So this is again a material handling equipment used. Hope this is loud and clear. So this particular session I have dedicated for showing you all something related to material handling equipment, airports, seaports, waterways, and all that stuff. So you got a fair idea about all this material handling equipment and other things which I'm discussing with you. Okay, just another, I will show you some more slides. Just a moment. So this, you can see the tires of this one. You can see the tires of this particular material handling equipment. It's very bulky in nature. It's not a normally, they have to give a separate order to the mine, to the company which is manufacturing it. Just a moment, okay? I lost a. Just a moment, please hold on. Are you able to see the slide? No. Okay, just a moment. Just a moment, okay? Okay. You are not able to. Previously you were able to see. Please respond whether you are. Yes. Okay. Thank you. So this is the 84th slide. Okay. So we have seen such a beautiful infrastructure in form of roadways, railways, waterways, airways, material handling equipment, and these are something which are the ones which are used in logistics management. So this was the material handling equipment we are talking about. So this is the height to which it can carry, and this is the platform on which the goods are placed, and this will move upward and store it here. It will place it here. So the tires are different. The tires are of different dimensions. They have to give separate order for manufacturing this kind of a material handling equipment. This is again another company. Elcon is there, which are into manufacturing of heavy machinery. Heavy machinery, and this is another type of material handling equipment. So this is the material handling equipment, and to so these are all called, to my knowledge, they are called as conveyors. They will move and pick the goods and store it and place it. So the goods which are used, this is a material handling equipment which can be used in a lifting of a container and placing the container. So this container is very bulky and it's of a very high, very heavy, and this particular material handling equipment will be used for lifting, placing, and displacing them properly placing them. So you might have seen come across this kind of a material handling equipment. This is the place where the goods are. This is the platform on which the goods are placed, and these are the tires. You can look the type of tires which are used, and it can be operated manually or otherwise, and the movement of goods can take place, and the manual work will be reduced dramatically. Now, this is another material handling equipment which is used in mines. So I have seen this kind of material handling equipments in a company where I was working, which was into iron ore mines, manganese, copper, gold. Okay, once the goods are manufactured like this, they will this one will this called as bucket will help to move the goods to a particular destination. So this guy is placing the goods, and this is the height to which it has been lifted and it is properly placed. So this is a sophisticated sophisticated kind of a material handling equipment, and this requires a different what do you call practice all put together, and you need to be a master. You need to be mastering the art of using this material handling equipment. Again, there are different types. So this is very you can watch some videos on this one on material handling equipment. Okay, because I wanted to show you images, so I would shown you images, but you can even on YouTube, if you Google search for material handling equipment or railways and all that stuff pertaining to logistics, you can come across beautiful videos also. So these are all. So this is another type of material handling equipment. This is another type of material handling equipment. See here how tall this one is. This particular material handling equipment is. So you come across this kind of material handling equipments in case of our railway platforms, or in this kind of, okay, I'm talking about, or in airport, etc., etc. Even sometimes not this lengthy one, but in case of our big bazaar, pantaloon, sorry, big bazaar, DMart, we come across this kind of material handling equipment. So this is used in railways and airways, airport. So from here the goods are moved. So this is another material handling equipment. So this is another set of material handling equipment. So this is different types of material. Look at this. This guy is placed what this in this picture is placed in the he's there in the top. So these are the different types of material handling equipments. So these are again a set of different types of material handling equipments. This one, etc., etc. So now I have shown a particular diagram which is containers, material handling equipment, a port, and goods also, and the railway also is moving. If you look here, rail also is moving. So this is like I said, dry and dry port. Okay. So look at this. This is the vessel, and these are the containers. This is the material handling equipment which is placing the. If you look here, you're able to see this. This is the material handling equipment which is now dropping slowly and placing properly this container over the other containers which are already placed. These are the different material handling equipment. So look at this. This material handling equipment is placing the container on the truck, on this truck of, I think it is 16 wheeler big truck. So look at the wagons, one, two, three, four, so on and so forth. It's a railway wagon, or a we call it as a rake. So again, a airport, a dry land airport. This is a vessel carrying ships, containers. Look at the way how many containers are placed one, two, three, four, and you can imagine it's almost 10 feet, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet. It can be placed. It is placed here. So these are the containers again. So this is the way you can imagine life as far as logistics management is concerned. This is the way the container is manufactured, and this is the way they fasten it or they lock it. These are all the containers placed one among them. These are the containers which are moving away, moving, and they are moving in the air and going to be placed at the appropriate place. So this is a big container. Look, the length of this container. Slowly, it has been placed by the material handling equipment. So, so look at this. The aerial view. There are almost 3,000 containers into 50 tons is equal to 1,50,000 tons. 1,50,000 tons malato 1.5 crore kgs. So another view. So this is the one I wanted to show to you for the day. Hope my class was interesting. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me.